potential to make this work because he's made to make it work off the floor. He'll be able to handle the attention of famous fathers who might crumble in the spotlight of this. I'm telling you, this kid will be the coolest customer next year.
I agree. I mean, and think about this, Skip. Just when you didn't think the story couldn't get any better, what about in 3 years after LeBron's contract is up? He said, I want to play a little bit more in his next son. His next son gets there. I mean, the story could get better.
But I don't want to see no 45-year-old LeBron on the floor.
The story could get better.
But you can't tell me LeBron hasn't at least thought about it.
I mean, that's
no, I
it's going to enter his mind.
Yeah. But 45, Skip, let me see, 40, he'd be like 44 years old.
I mean, once we've seen Tom Brady push the limits.
Well, Brady did, but you can at least, the Brady rules will help protect you in the pocket, right?
Oh, yeah. But trust me, in the next couple of years, there are going to be some more rule changes.
I was going to say, there's going to be some more rule changes. Plus,
trust me,
at 44, if he was able to do something like that, we ain't asking LeBron to play 40 minutes a game.
No.
Just to accomplish that, give us 20 minutes a game. If he and give us 15, 14, give us the Michael Jordan Washington Wizards. Give us that.
Okay. Now, back to you as a lifelong Laker fan. Try, if you can, to speak for Laker Nation. As fairy tale as this is, as great as it is, it's like a goosebump. I get chill bumps when I'm thinking about it. If it gets in the way of winning basketball games, will Laker Nation not be happy with it? Will they start? Will there be some backlash?
They're already a playing team, Skip.
So you're just accepting that.
Yeah, they're accepting that. They're a playing team anyway. It don't matter. Come on.
Oh, he asked me a question. He didn't ask you.
I'm just
so
saying,
let me answer the man, and then if you want to chime in at that point, chime in.
That's a good point.
Let me hear what you're going to say.
I don't think that it'll ever. There was already a plan and put in place before they drafted him. Okay? There's already a plan in place. I don't think it'll ever get in the way because LeBron's smart enough and they're smart enough to know that you can't take minutes away from important guys on the floor to give them to your son. Now, when you start talking about guys in the back end of the roster, if in fact he's on the roster to the point where he's not going back and forward to the G League. I assume he's going to go back and forward to the G League to some degree. That's what I assume, but I don't know because he's got to go through summer league, he's got to go through camp, and when you're playing with 4 guys on the floor with NBA talent at the NBA level, you don't have to do as much, you just don't screw it up. It's almost like a managing quarterback.
I agree.
Right? Just don't get a ball to the other team. All we need you to do is hand it off. They can bring him along as such where it doesn't compensate or get in the way of what the ultimate goal is of trying to win a championship. And he can grow through that process. But if some reason, you like to do hypotheticals, some reason they say he's going to play 23 minutes a game. You got to see what that 23 minutes, you playing 23 minutes a game and you scoring 2 points and you ain't really defending and you ain't doing this, and that's a different conversation. I just don't think that...
Real quick point of order, we'll get to this in a couple of minutes, but I want to point out to you right here, right now, Austin Reeves went undrafted, and as a rookie for the Los Angeles Lakers, undrafted, he averaged 23 minutes a game. Go ahead.
But he also had a little bit of opportunity to get some run in the summer leagues and the G leagues and things like that.
No G League.
No G League.
No G League for Austin Reeves. He came right to the big league team. He came right in.
But he was able...
Off the summer. He had to go show him what he had in the summer league.
But he was able to earn those minutes. If it feels like he's not earning those minutes, then in the race, and at the time the roster for the Lakers was in, it was not, it wasn't this roster.
LeBron liked Austin Reeves right away.
Well, he liked his son. Who you think he liked more?
Thank you.
He liked his son. but the son presents a different problem for LeBron than an Austin Reeves. Me liking you versus me liking my son, and my son ain't ready to play, is a different story. You're ready to play. So I think Laker Nation, though, in the end, will be fine as long as they winning, and he's not in the way of them winning just because you want to get him on the floor.
They're not going to be winning, Key. I mean, come on. Let's just be realistic.
But what's define winning? They'll still be
Well, they're not a contender.
decent.
They're not a contender
yeah.
like everybody is expecting. Like when you
We're not done yet, though,
Done.
Paul. We're not. That was just a draft. We still got to go through free agency. We got to build our roster. We're not done.
let's just say, as put, the roster is not a championship roster. This has been a play-in team for the last 4 years, and we get it. This is, guys, do y'all know we're in L.A.? L.A. is the capital of entertainment. This is built this year. This is what this is going to be all about. Now, next year, I don't know what y'all going to do. I don't know if y'all got flexibility. Y'all going to build up some of y'all trade pieces. This is what this is going to be about. Because if you start making these trades and you get all these other superstars, you know, where's that going to leave Bronny then? Is he going to be a contributor on a championship team right now? No, I'd rather see the Lakers like this. And see
Of course you would.
And see Bronny get some minutes with his dad. I mean, it just makes more sense.
You keep forgetting there was a number of guys that did not play full season with us because they was injured, hurt.
That is
not
a
in the
fact.
lineup. You keep forgetting that. You're forgetting.
Let's name them names. Say their names. Gabe Vincent. Vanderbilt, that
Jared
name.
Vanderbilt, yeah.
Vanderbilt, huh? Something about
That's a
that
great
Vanderbilt.
name. That's a great name.
Vanderbilt.
You got Vanderbilt. You got Gabe Vincent.
Okay, who else?
Woods,
Reddish.
Cam
Cam
Reddish,
Man,
Woods.
can y'all
Christian
tell
Wood.
me anybody
None of those four
that
were
would
able
have
to
pushed
help.
would have pushed the line?
No, but they-
you know, they're good players. They're good role players in the NBA. But those players didn't push the line for the Lakers to say, hey, if they were healthy, we're going to be a contender. No,
That's not true. They went out and got them to be contenders, and they got hurt. They went and got them.
Paul, did Gabe Vincent not shoot your Celtics out of the building a couple nights in the playoffs?
We don't remember that. We don't remember that.
You don't remember it because
No, I
it
don't
happened.
Yeah.
It
we
happened.
don't remember.
Yeah.
But I,
You know, people play over their heads sometimes, but
Look,
we all know that.
if he does what he's supposed to do in the summer league and in training camp, I think you could put him on the floor with four of the guys, the main guys, at some point in time, or a combination of a mix of pros, and he'll be okay. Because you can do things for him to be okay. I mean, you try to tell me he can't bring the ball up the court and get a ball off to his dad, and then all of a sudden set a screen for his dad and roll out and hit a wide open jump. Of course he can. They can draw stuff up to get him free. He's going to have to show that he can. He's going to have to hustle. It ain't going to just be the NBA combine jumpers where nobody's contesting.
You're right.
Right? I mean, he's going, but look, man, can he get the ball? Can he bring the ball up the court and hand the damn ball to AD? You don't think he can do that? Of course he can. And you don't think he can get back on defense? And if they say we go in zone, you don't think he understands that, hey, I got to be in this zone. I can't float over here. Of course, because he's smart.
He's smart.
So he can do those things.
I mean, right now, I'm just looking for the first time he runs to that score table, checks in.
Do this.
I don't think he'll do that.
No, he won't do that.
No, he won't do that.
You don't think he'll do it?
Heck no.
I
You
guarantee
gotta leave that
you
be.
throughout the year, you're going to get it at some point.
He didn't do it in high school and college.
I don't know if he did in high school or college,
No,
but I
the
would
first
think he
time,
going
that's what-
You got to.
I know, but
That's
you
what-
don't want to say, I got next, like I'm going to be my dad.
Is that what that is?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've
That'll be
seen
too
other.
much. That'll be too much. You just looking forward for the first
think
time
that's
you run to the
what-
scores table, whenever that is, and then the standing ovation.
Okay.
Checks in a play and this, that.
So does he wear number 6?
Whatever number he wore in college. What did he wear? 6? What did he wear in college? I don't remember what he wore in college.
I feel like 0.
Maybe.
I think it was like 0. It may have been 6 though. You think he wears 6?
I mean,
Somebody look
the
it up,
story is
please.
amazing, though. You know, it's
It's a great story.
like
it's
I said,
great.
just when you didn't think LeBron's story would get any better, you know, this is like, and he said it. This is icing on the cake for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think this could be better than any championship he won. Think about the smile he's going to have on his face when he goes to practice, when he's sitting in the locker room and he looks across the locker room and the smile come across his face. Like, it's going to be better than any championship he's ever won. Because, like, this in itself is like, come on. Like, like all of us would, if you sit in the locker room and saw your son right here
Oh, yeah.
and your running mate, you just a proud father, you know. And you've been a proud father,
Oh, yeah.
you know, with your kids, and it ain't even got to this level.
Yeah.
But to just see it in the work field, like, I couldn't even imagine this.
I just hope he don't do the you know, how you go to the AAU games with our ex-teammates and their sons playing AAU. The kids dribbling down the court, they looking at you trying to get your approval to make sure they knock down a shot and turn to you to make sure.
He passed that. He's passed that. That's fast.
In my career, what I have learned to appreciate the most is the edge provided by upcoming players whose fathers did play, not to play with them, but whose father played the sport or maybe some other sport.
Yeah.
And I hark back to my days around Barry Bonds. I mean, he grew up with his father, Bobby, but more important, with his godfather, the now late, great Willie Mays. What did that do for Barry's, just his mentality? His mentality was, I grew up in that clubhouse with those guys. When I walk in the clubhouse as a player, I'm good.
Yeah.
Bronny will step onto the floor feeling confident that I am part of him.
So his inner circle, I'm just thinking about LeBron's inner circle because you brought this up, Skip. His inner circle is at least 5 Hall of Fame NBA guys.
Starting with Chris Paul.
So you got Chris Paul, you got Carmelo,
D-Wade.
D-Wade.
And but it's at least 5, whatever it is. And then countless other guys that he's played with along the way. He's got all of that at his disposal that's telling him at times, man, don't worry, you're going to be all right. You're fine, man. You're going to be fine. You good. You know, so that goes a long ways to speak to what you're saying. When you're around people that have played, have paved the way, have done certain things in their careers, it comes to you. It just does naturally.
Yeah.
It really does.
My point is, when that magic moment occurs, he enters the game, he's not going to crumble under the pressure of this. He won't look scared. He won't look overwhelmed. Well, I'm telling you, this kid will be okay.
I'm not expecting him to go out there and get 20 points.
No.
He may even go out there and not even get his first basket the first game. You know, it's going to be a lot of nerves.
What if he do?
You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a standing ovation. It's going to be, this is going to be as loud as you heard the Staples all year long. Until that point, you know, it'll be loud. Come on, I mean, this is something different.
You act like Staples Center ain't loud, though.
But
that was a shot. I saw you. You ain't slick. Hater.
It'll get loud when they unveil the.
All right, stay with us because we're about to go to phase 2 of this discussion.